Die! Die! Why won't you die? Why won't you die?
I got my own place, a condominium.
Where else can you live for free? And eat for even less? Well, be forewarned. Freedom has its price. Yes, there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden.
What you got for me today?
Today, Tenafly Viper. $1.
Here's to you, pussy. Don't drink my Viper. What?
What's the matter? You can't hold your liquor, huh?
Street trash. It's easy to find us. We're all over the place. Street trash.
What's going on? Why Won't You Die? Another horror podcast. We are here, episode 18, man, doing it real big. Wow. Street trash, man, from 1987. Q Reviews. You suggested this one.
Oh yeah, shoot. I think we were on the last one.
Oh no, wait, I suggested this one.
yeah.
I think you were like, oh hell yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah. Let's do street trash. It's been a minute since I revisited this one, and then, man, what a revisit for street trash. One of the underground hits, son. You know what I'm saying? One of the underground low key Fangoria hits. You know?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I remember what you were saying. This is why I thought you suggested it, because you said that you were watching The Stuff, and that reminded me of Street Trash a little bit, just like with the practical effects and whatnot. But we'll get directly into it, man. What is going on, everybody that's listening? If you guys are watching on YouTube, hit that big thumbs up to support the channel. Consider subscribing today. If you guys are listening on any of your podcast devices, please hit that 5 stars. Leave a good review for us, guys. We really do appreciate it. We're trying to come to you every single week with a horror classic or even a new horror movie. But we've been diving deep into like the 80s horror. And Tubi, baby. Tubi is like the one.
Tubi is magic, man. Like they have movies that will never be on any other streaming platform, like Street Trash. You're not gonna find that on Amazon or
that's not on anything. That's not on anything.
Yeah, it's not on anything. Yeah. So it was only on Tubi. Like, word. And the stuff like, word. Okay, all right, cool. These like low key B movies from the 80s have a place to live now, and I really appreciate that. So, and it's free. So shout out to Tubi for sure.
And it's free. You can't go wrong with that, man. So. This movie, we'll go over the plot. We'll go over just kind of the kills and some of the things. Yeah, I know the plot is saying a lot, but I gotta say before we get into it, when I was searching this movie or anything about it, because not even a lot of people, some people review it, but it's been a little while. But come to find out that late last year they announced that they're making a reboot of Street Trash for 2024 that's going directly to Screenbox. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did hear about this. Yeah.
Okay.
My boy Wavy from the 80s was telling me, they're doing a reboot of Street Trash. Very, very interesting. Going straight to Screenbox. I want to check it out.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Terrifier went directly to Screenbox at first, right? Or maybe the second one did go Screenbox.
Yeah, no, I think the first one, went to Screenbox. Yeah, and then and then Terrifier. All Hallows Eve, or whatever the one was called, and then Terrifier went to Screenbox, and then 2. It was kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of, they were getting bigger distributors by that time.
Right. So, that's pretty cool. But the only thing I know about it is that they kind of want to keep the integrity of the same theme of hobos, like being taken out by this. It says hobos in the thing. Ain't nothing wrong with saying hobos. That's what we know, I think. No. Or homeless. No. But
say hobos.
These are some characters, bro. Like, because some of them are like really just, I don't like characters. We will talk about them. Jesus Christ, bro. It's popping in my head. But The only thing I know about this remake is that it is set in South Africa, they said, and that they're going to be focusing on, it's going to be a class system thing, which is kind of in here. I mean, you have, you know, some of the characters that like own the restaurant. They're like, hey, get these straight trash out of here, you know, and it's like, it's a whole class system where everybody kind of has their backstory. We find out, you know, some characters have a traumatic past or whatever. I'm talking about the Bronson guy who's like a fucking maniac in this movie. But that's kind of what they're going to be focusing on in this new one. But I heard that the liquor that gets put out there is purposely put out there to kill the hobos in the new one. This one is just, we'll talk about it, is just kind of, they just stumble upon, you know, the store owner just stumbled upon this liquor. And I heard it's supposed to go back to its roots as far as like they're going to keep it practical as much as possible. And they're going to, you know, once again, the integrity of the original. But let me ask you, what do you think of Street Trash 30 plus years later?
Yeah, it's Street Trash is almost like, unique liquor. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people know about it. Like, unless you really into horror, then you know about Street Trash. Like your basic people with the Exorcist and the Fright Nights, you know. They know those. But like, this is more underground, gross out horror. You know what I'm saying? This is just like, okay, we're gonna do whatever the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be everything in this movie. We're turning, you know, the practical effects up to 10. So them making it 30 years later, they have to respect the practical effects. Like, you can't even do this movie without respecting the practical effects. And a reboot of it, it's odd to me, but like I'm intrigued though. Like, and it's set in South Africa. I was like, I don't know how I quite feel about that. I would rather it be like in like how I don't know what city this is.
I think it's New Jersey.
Is it New Jersey or something like that? Yeah, because the mob guys. Yeah, I would rather see it. You know what I'm saying, here in America, but like it should be interesting. You know what I'm saying, if they pull up their plot and perfectly putting that liquor there. That's just, I kind of like them kind of just stumbling upon it, like, you know, like the crate in Creep Show. You know what I'm saying? Like the creature that came out, they just pull this liquor out and just start, you know, messing everybody up. But like, yeah, man. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not make a reboot of Street Trash? I know the hardcores are definitely gonna check it out for sure. I know I will.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too. And the taking it to a different country, it kind of has me intrigued because, yeah, I think maybe the reason why they're doing that is because maybe locations in America don't look like this anymore for the most part, because it is a junkyard, but it's like, it's a pretty bad junkyard. It's like I feel like we're really in a junkyard. It's just like a maze of trash and traps and shit. And maybe they don't make them like that anymore. I don't know. Maybe. And then you know, I've seen locations, you know, drone shots or whatever, like in South Africa, and some of those parts are rough. Where it's like you could film like that's where they filmed all the fucking Chappie and all that shit. I mean, you know. Elysium and all that and stuff, and not Elysium. I'm sorry. Well, did they film Elysium there?
I think that was Elysium too, with like
same guy,
dirty
same guys.
Yep. And Chappie, what's his name? Neil Blomkamp. Yeah. So there are definitely some locations that have a grittier, you know, a backscape and stuff like that. So that's cool. However they want to do it, I'm here for it because, like you just said. A lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I'm into horror and stuff like that. They only know the big ones, but you know, if someone knows Street Trash, then they're a horror head for sure. So let's get into this. I want to say about that real quick about the environment. I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying, with the environment, you know, that's free production value if they shoot it like that. So now I picture it in my head. I see the, you know what I'm saying, like you said, the maze type junkyards, and I think that would be dope actually. So yeah. I'm for that. I'm for that now. It makes sense in my head.
Oh yeah. So in the film, a liquor store in Brooklyn starts to sell cheap alcoholic beverages to local hobos. The beverages date to the 1920s. Now, I don't even remember this. Maybe they mentioned it. Maybe the store owner said it, and are actually poisonous. While a local cop investigates a series of unexplained deaths, homeless veterans of the Vietnam War group together as a dangerous gang. Okay. Was anyone else besides Bronson part of the Vietnam War? I mean, did they seem like they were from the Vietnam War, like a vet?
No, we only got the backstory from the Bronson guy. The rest of them were just like greasy hobos and shit.
They were all scared of him. They were just like, ooh, they were scared he was gonna beat their ass, you know?
He had a garbage throw and shit with some nasty fucking greasy woman hobo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you obviously could tell he was the boss.
Yeah, that woman, man, something else, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh boy, Jesus. They were really dirty.
let's quickly go over this cast. I want to give them their shine because, once again, I told Q this off air, that most of these actors in this movie you will never see again in another movie. So I want to give them their shine. If anyone sees this from the Street Trash crew.
Shout out to Street Trash cast.
That's right. We love it, man. And we want to give them their dues. So Mike Lackey as Fred, who's the main kid, who I gotta say, bro, he looks so clean cut. They just rub mud all over his face and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. We talk about the guy with the cowboy lassos in the hat. Don't he look like a Gen Zer? Don't he look like kind of like a Gen Z? I was thinking that my whole time.
Him and his brother, man. I was like, what in the hell?
His nice brother. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We got Bill Chappelle as Bill the Cop. They kept his name Bill the Cop.
Bill the Cop, yeah.
We got Vic Nato as Bronson, who I gotta say has got to be my favorite villain in like one of these 80s movies. This motherfucker was off the chain, bro. He was crazy.
He was wilding out, bro.
We have
look him up.
We have Mark Ferrazza as Kevin, Jane Arakawi as Wendy. She was a woman that was kind of like being nice to the hobos. We have Nick Potter as Wynette, Bronson's girlfriend, and that's pretty much it. I mean, we have the little characters like Wizzy, who has an awesome death. And before we get into the story itself or what happens, this is one of those movies where you think because it's so low budget, and I got to look at the budget for this, by the way. You think because it's so low budget, you're only going to see a couple of these splatter effects that we know, like the guy melting in the trash or the guy exploding his stomach. There is melters throughout the whole fucking movie.
Yes.
And in that third act, they happen like every 5 minutes, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, how do you have like this many people participating? Because that shit look gross, bro.
Yeah. This is nasty yellow flesh and purple and blue. Like ugh. This is a movie that, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got a strong stomach, it would make you throw up, for real. It's just fucking disgusting. Let's just put it out there. The Street Trash is disgusting. It's disgusting, gross out horror, probably to the, you know what I'm saying, the utmost level, right?
And we love that. And that's what makes it great. That makes it great.
That's what we're ready to, that's what we're here to see. Like, because it was a point in that movie in the second act that it slowed way down. And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? I was thinking to myself, what is this movie about, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a part where they kind of veer away from the Viper drink and they were going into characters and weird shit we're probably going to talk about, the grocery store scene with the black dude and all that. So,
by the way, that's one of my favorite scenes in the fucking movie.
We got to get into that, please. I can't wait. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
I wanted to mention, though, that our lead hobo, Mike, playing Fred, this guy, Mike Lackey, he also did the makeup work in this movie. And nice. Kudos to him for acting and doing the makeup work. Like that's fantastic. And I think it's important to note. So this movie is directed by J. Michael Murrow. He did not direct a single thing until 26 years after this.
Damn.
And it was all TV episodes, bro.
Oh wow, that's weird.
He is still involved, like in the world of cinema, but he was mainly here for a camera operator. That's kind of what he started off with. This is the only movie he directed. Everything else, once again, 26 years later, then he started directing episodes. But he was just doing camera work, and he did camera work on movies like Chronicles of Riddick. He was a cinematographer on 2004's Crash. And he was also a camera operator on the movie Falling Down, 1993, Kirk Douglas.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Holy shit. Movies.
Yeah,
bro, I think Crash was up for like nomination. Like that movie was fucking fantastic.
It won an Oscar. Didn't win an Oscar for Best Picture, I believe. Yeah,
possibly. But so this guy was like, I think he was just probably like, you know what? I'm a little more. probably polished behind the camera as a cinematographer or as a camera operator and whatnot. I'm gonna leave the directing to other people. You know?
Yeah, that's crazy because Street Trash did have a cult following for horror. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he would get back into it. I mean, it was like an underground cult thing, but like, you know what I'm saying? You were like, if you had the Garbage Pail Kids, you know what I'm saying, the Cars and shit, and you knew Street Trash, you were cool and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
So he did do direct episodes of Shameless, a movie, I guess there was a remake, a TV series of Rush Hour in 2016. Look it up.
I never heard of. Yeah, look it up because I don't think I remember it, but it might very well be true.
Yeah, he did an episode, and these are only like one episode each. He got to direct on Outsiders, also Power. He did an episode of Power, which I love. Okay. Longmire and SEAL Team, which I think is a big one on CBS. But yeah, there's a TV show in 2016, Rush Hour. Check them out. Let me see. I kind of want to see who these guys look like. Oh god,
Rush Hour guys.
It kind of looks like Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel.
Oh shit!
But it's not him though. It's not him.
Yeah.
It's Justin Hires and John Fu. So
never seen an episode of it. Yeah,
one season. Baby.
They probably canceled that so quick, just like that Lethal Weapon show. Yeah, that was it.
Oh,
I think I had 2 seasons.
Is that the one that had Damon Wayans in it too?
Yeah, Damon Wayans' son, right? Oh no, it had Damon Wayans in it.
I think it was Damon Wayans, bro.
And Stifler, right? From Sean William Scott, right? And
bro,
it didn't.
What happened to that guy, man? He got stuck in like typecasted in that role of Stifler forever.
He started off hot though, you know, with Stifler. Then he did the movie with The Rock. I forgot, was The Rundown, right?
Oh yeah, he did do The Rundown.
Yeah. And then he just kind of got in this weird place that, like he was just Stifler forever. You know what I'm saying? Then he did that show, and then they had problems with him and Damon Wayans, and he left the show, and they tried to replace him, and they just canceled the show after a couple of episodes after that. So, like, in Stifler, he never recovered. Sean William Scott, and I don't know. I thought he might have been a bigger star than he was, but, like, I don't know. He got typecast in a hole.
He did. His whole era was like the early 2000s, era with American Pie. And then I think he came out with that hockey movie called Goon.
Goon. Yeah, I think he made a sequel to Goon. Yeah. I think I seen the first one. I don't really remember it too much. Okay. I remember not being great. So, not being terrible, but not just being, it's just like, middle of the road type shit. But his career never recovered. Who knows? He's still moderately young. I think he's probably about my age, and we can see what happened to old Stifler.
Right. Yeah. So let's get into Street Trash. So there's the owner of the liquor store in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, New York. So this is actually New York. My bad, not New Jersey. But I mean, potato. He finds a case of cheap booze that's named. I thought it was just Viper, but it says Tenafly by Viper. Was that mentioned at all? I don't know. I don't think so. I just heard him screaming about what's that Viper drink, Yeah,
$1. Fuck it.
Yeah, he puts it out for $1. He finds it in his basement, which I think is cool. Like you said, it's kind of a creep show element where, you find something, it's never explained. There's no emblems or symbols or anything other than it's just like a liquor. And I don't know if he smells it or if he just is like, I'm just going to put it out, In a rough neighborhood, I mean, you get to see that it's overrun by hobos, right? That anytime someone pulls up, they're always over there, trying to literally spit shine in the windows. You know what I mean?
That was nasty too. Like it was all dirty and nasty. He was spit shine in the window. Like, my windows are clean. Yeah.
So we find out that the leader of the hobos is this guy Bronson, who's like a Vietnam vet. And the way that they portray these homeless people, these hobos, is other than the dirt on their face, they look like real hobos. I really wish they could have maybe had like a little bit of not sun damage, but like some kind of makeup their face, because that's what the homeless that I see, a lot of them are sun damaged because they're just out in the open. You know what I mean? Their teeth are all scraggly. They just looking like their facial hair. Like even our main hobo, like the facial hair did not look real to me. I don't know. None of that stuff looked like real at all. And they look like they had dirt all over their face. They just rubbed a bunch of dirt all over their face or soot or whatever it is, you know?
And grease and dirt and shit too.
Yeah.
So I got the real homeless beard going now. I haven't had a haircut in a while, so I got the I got the hobo beard. So like, yeah, I'm accurate. I'm ready for street trash.
You're ready for street trash 2. Street trash 2, electric boogaloo.
South Africa, yeah.
So we're introduced to our homeless crew, man. That's overrunning the streets of New York, man. At least this. I don't know what borough this is, bro, but there's nobody out, by the way, except homeless people. You know what this is? Except when you go to the grocery store. Yeah, it's like Hoboville. Hoboville, USA, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're introduced to this Bronson character, man, who as soon as people pull up and this guy's the wife's like, honey, let's go, let's get out of here. No, he just wants $1. Let him just do his thing or whatever. He's like and he goes, hey, buddy, I see you got a knife there. One time I held a knife like that, and I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. He was trying to relate to him, right?
Yeah.
And Bronson's just like looking at him like, just like with the fire in his eye, and he just grabs him, pulls him out of his. This is the weird part. He pulls him out of the car. We just hear a scream, and then he gets thrown back into his own car, like through the hood. Through the windshield.
He pulls him out. Yeah, and it's like a perspective of the glasses, right? It just goes straight in.
It was a weird cut.
Yeah,
it was a really weird cut, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, like what? He just slams him into his car, and he's bleeding out and shit, and everything's fine. There's no police, no nothing and shit. These hobos are just wilding the fuck out, just murdering people in the middle of the street. All right.
Middle of the street, man. And I love how that one homeless guy, Bert, the black dude, the real tall guy, he goes, I'm out of here. And the guy's like, hey, what about my car? You ain't finished my car. And he goes, I'm out of here. Because they know when Bronson is going through this PTSD shit, when he's wilding out, they better run, bro. Because he has a knife made out of a bone.
Yeah. That he keeps on the side. I was like, what the? Yeah, a femur. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that's a bone that he has. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For a knife. He was wilding out, son. Yeah,
I loved it. Bronson. Yeah, then we're introduced to these two brother characters, Mikey as Fred, and then I forget what the brother's name is. Do you remember what the little brother's name is?
I don't remember his name is. It sounded like his voice was dubbed over, though, didn't it? Like when he started talking?
Yeah, I don't think it has his picture. I think it's this guy Kevin, but he doesn't even have a picture on IMDb, so I can't really call it. But we're introduced to them, and were you paying attention to any of this dialogue? Like, was there a backstory to why they were homeless? I don't really know what is the rhyme and reason for it.
No. I don't know. They say they had some type of life, but I wasn't really. Yeah, the dialogue's so bad; it's hard to keep focus.
You got to run subtitles on it.
What they were talking about. It was hard to hear some of them. So like, no, I don't know why they were homeless, but like they start the one homeless guy, the brother, you know what I'm saying? He's running from getting his liquor, you know what I'm saying? You got this whole chase scene and shit, but like I don't know what's going on. I don't really care. Then you get his brother with the light sounding voice. I didn't
really
know
good,
what the
really good chase scene though. Really good chase scene at the beginning. Yeah, like you said, he grabs the liquor. The store owner starts chasing him, and then like 50 people start chasing him. Like a fucking another homeless guy starts chasing him because he runs by him and he steals their money. I love it's like a Benny Hill sketch, and they're like you know, like some kind of.
I think the music was like Benny Hill there for a minute too. Yep.
And it's a good introduction into this Hoboville, I think.
Yeah, Hoboville. Yeah.
Hoboville, USA. And we come to find out that there is a woman there that is Jane Arakawa, plays Wendy. I kind of liked her too. That's why I was like really surprised that she only did one movie. Like I think she could have done other 80s horror movies or just 80s movies.
Absolutely.
She kind of had that look. Like she had the cut, the haircut. She had like just the mannerisms of like an 80s girl. And she had a side story too, where when we weren't focusing on the street trash shit going on, she was over there getting like sexually harassed like every 5 seconds by her fat ass boss.
Jesus. Bro, man, they were really getting into it. Like, this shit would not pass today, bro. Like, he was a beyond sexual, you know what I'm saying, advances. He was borderline R word, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say it for YouTube guidelines though, but like, yo, he was like, for real, you know what I'm saying. She's still trying to fight him off. It was they had some crazy dialogue in this movie too that I don't think can pass today. He's like, nobody wants your upside down pussy. I was like, whoa.
I heard that. I was like, yo. I was like, my uncle said that one time, and that was back in the 90s, bro, like early 90s.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of craziness going on. But once again, a sign of the
nudity, like when the hobos were running out of the building was on fire. How many bushes and dicks that you seen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, they were not afraid at showing all that shit, man. And they made it seem like, you know what? So once we get to the big guy, the boss, the one that's sexually harassed, and by the way, he's doing this shit while the other guys are just like standing right there. Like, they're all laughing. They're like, oh, damn. Like,
yeah.
They're like laughing about it. I'm like, this is out in the open like this? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just right in the open, you know what I'm saying? Sexually assaulted women. Anything goes in Hoboville or...
I guess. But, so, at this point, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've seen this guy before. So, this actor, his name is Pat Ryan, yeah. He plays Frank Schneiser. He was in a shit ton of trauma movies. A shit ton, bro. So I was like, yeah, that's where I remember him from. One of the biggest trauma movies out there, The Toxic Avenger, bro.
Toxic Avenger.
He plays the mayor in that movie. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, so I don't even remember.
Only a few years later, another movie that's being remade, by the way, 1984's Toxic Avenger. I love the Toxic Avenger. Do you like those movies?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I love Toxic Avenger 1, 2, 3. Yep. I love it.
They are not good, but I mean, they are fun to fucking talk about. I'll tell you that.
So fucking fun. Yeah.
Do you remember the Toxic Avenger? I don't know which number it is, but the one that has Michael J. White, the guy that played Spawn?
No.
I can pull that. I might have to pull it up. I'll show you afterwards. There is a scene where he's like kung fu fighting fucking the Toxic Avenger, and it's Michael J. White.
Damn,
young Michael J. White.
He's a badass martial art. Yeah.
Oh, he's
a bad boy too. Oh yeah, he's official. He can fight for real. Yeah,
he can fight for real. I gotta look this up right away because this is gonna kill me. But I was like, that is totally Toxic. He's in the Toxic Avenger Part 2, bro.
Part 2.
Oh man. And he fights. Let's see.
Go Toxic.
See, this is why we gotta. You know what? I'm gonna pull this shit up once again. If you guys are watching on the YouTube, this is why you guys gotta join on the YouTube, man, so you can watch shit like this.
He was the first superhero from New Jersey.
Get the chucks out, son. Word. Oh. Quick with it. Trying to see his face. There we go.
Look at the hair, bro. The hair.
Yeah. Without the mustache, son. Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. We always had the big ass mustache, though. You know what I'm saying? Toxic, you know. And then you turn it forward. He was really trying to show off there.
Yeah, this one was crazy, man. This one was crazy.
I never knew it.
And the music is like goofy as shit too, by the way.
It's time for my piano lesson.
He goes, it's time for my piano lessons.
Did he scurry off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I think that's on his official channel. Yeah, let's give him a round of applause for that, man. That's
Michael J. White and Toxie too, bro. I never knew till just now. till today. That's amazing.
So that's where that guy's from. He's also in the movie Mannequin. I don't know if you remember that one from 1987.
Yeah,
also
I remember
same year.
Mannequin. That they had a great song to it too. Yeah, I used to like that movie.
Yeah,
when the mannequin comes in life, they have a love affair. Yeah.
Speaking of, so the doorman, did he look familiar to you? By the way, the doorman that was they had him like in the third act of the movie when he was with his boss, the Italian guy. That's like I didn't see nothing from no one, and then he starts like ratting on the whole thing. He's like, "Yeah, this rat bastard, he kills all kinds of people," and then at the end they try to kill him, and then they twist it on him. Whatever.
Yep. Yeah. I thought he was another one of the good actors in the film too. Yeah.
Do you know where he's from? Like what movies?
I couldn't place my finger on it, but I seen him before. I have seen him before.
Frankenhooker.
Frankenhooker, really?
He's the main guy, Jeffrey.
Holy crap. Holy shit.
1990.
Yeah.
Another one we got to review, man. We got to review that.
Frankenhooker. Yeah, I think Frankenhooker's on Tubi as well. Yeah.
Yep. His name is James Lorenz. So you guys some, recognizable faces, but for the most part, these guys didn't do shit. So back to street trash, guys. This woman, Wendy, she is constantly like trying to help out these homeless just because she has, a soft spot for them or whatever. They can't be helped. They cannot be helped. They're just kind of looking to get by day and stuff like that. And then we introduced to, they're the main characters. They're the main players of this. And then when killings start happening or when the meltings start happening, that's when you get this Bill the cop character who is played by Bill Chappelle. What did you think of him?
He was over the top, bro. He was like a WWF wrestler or something.
Yeah.
Anytime
anytime like something happened or someone questioned, he came in like Hulk Hogan. He's like, "Listen here, brother." He started chewing their head off.
Yeah, he'll just start fucking with people for no reason, just grab them. Oh yeah, or just starting fights for no reason and shit. Like he was like, bro, you way over the top. You were more over the top than our main villain. What was his name? Bronson and shit. It was like, they were both way too much over the top.
And I will say this before jumping ahead. I loved the rivalry between him and Bronson. Like, he wanted Bronson's ass, bro. And then when they finally get into it in the third act, it was like, holy shit, like, this was a really good fight. Yeah, so I thought he was an over-top character, like I said. And did you pick up the dialogue when we get our... I'll go over the kills in a second. But when the second homeless man, he's like... He starts melting with the cat. Remember with the cat up there? And then he starts melting and then it falls on that guy's face.
Yeah, with the yellow nasty shit.
Yeah. So as the guy's like melting or whatever, and the lady's like, "Hey, help this man. Aren't you going to do anything? Help this man." Did you hear the shit that he was saying to her?
What did he say? Yeah, I do. I know it was wild, bro. He said something real fucking sexist.
He goes, "You're just gonna sit here and not do anything while this man is dying?" And he goes, "Look, lady, I gotta see what's going on. Like, whoa, I don't even know." Right. And she goes, "You look like one of the cops who would pull me over just to sexually harass me."
Oh,
and everybody's like, "Oh," and he goes, "Lady, I ain't so sure you ain't got a dick."
Yeah,
I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And everybody like next to him was like, "Yo, no." They're like, "Damn, you went in," and then she just walked away.
He's walked away. I can't do nothing.
Yeah, because you were talking about dialogue that wouldn't go in 2024. Fuck no, that wouldn't go.
Yeah. Same thing with the black dude in a grocery store with the chicken and the watermelon. He was trying.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about that scene, yeah. And that's not even really a street trash scene. That's just him. No. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get some food for us," and then we get to see him walk into and steal a bunch of chicken,
raw chicken. At first he went for the watermelon.
Yeah, why was it raw?
It hadn't been cooked. He just got it straight up off the rack and shit.
But I thought it was like.
I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's kind of racist, you know what I'm saying? He was like, no, well, I'll go for the cantaloupes. And then they had to go for the chicken. I was like, what are y'all trying to say here and shit? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then he started calling the old lady came up to her, "I'm telling the manager." And he called her like a hunky bitch. And
yeah.
Well, what you staring at, bitch?
You're robbing the store, young man, and I'm telling the manager.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, wrinkle honky motherfucker.
Oh, that was great. So that guy, Bert, I don't even think he was an actor. I think they really just got him off the street and they're like, yo, just improvise this shit. You can keep the chicken. You can keep whatever you want. Like, no, I was tripping out because he put the chicken that was wrapped, like, you know, I was wrapping and he put it down his pants, but when it was falling out, it was like full ass drumsticks. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What it came in? Like, it like, I don't know. It looked like all this like shit was just hanging out. But like, his interaction, dude, with the manager or whatever was fucking great. I had to rewind it like 5 times. It was so funny. It was so crazy.
It was here.
He goes, "You're gonna choose this lady. You're gonna listen to this lady's word over mine. Now that's discrimination." I love that. And he goes, "Let me see your receipt." And he goes, "Here's my receipt." He came prepared. He thought he was gonna pull one over too. He goes, "Here's my receipt." And he goes, "This is all dog food." And he's like, "Hey, look, man, I can't help it if the register rings up chicken as dog food. What do you want me to do?"
I'm out of this establishment or whatever. And he walks out in the street and the fucking chicken is falling from his leg and shit. Raw chicken just out of his fucking bottom of his pants and shit. Like, this is gold right here, son.
It was golden.
Oh, man. And then, he was cussing at him, calling all kind of, H words. And
oh, yeah. He seemed very believable as a hobo, man.
It had nothing to do with the plot, I guess. Just an extra
not
scene
really. It was just kind of, like that was a filler scene that was really funny. It just stuck in my brain.
It was funny. It was funny. It was wild. He was stealing all type of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But he is part of the friend group. He is part of the friend group of Mikey and his brother Kevin, though, because they all kind of kick it together. Where you kind of see the hobos that do all hang around, like that one guy, Wizzy. He was like a real dick too. He hung out with Bronson. He was like the real short guy, like always like, hey. Oh, he's the one at the beginning that was running after to get his money or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. Now I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he was the one that like melted on the side of the wall or whatever, and like half his body slid down. Yeah, that guy.
That was a great kill.
Yeah. So you can kind of see how they're all kind of clicked up and stuff like that, and that was really cool. But let's go.
Had a gas mask, the black dude too, right?
Yeah, I was kind of confused with what's happening with that.
I don't know. He's in a grocery store with a gas mask. They would call the police immediately if you walk in Target with that shit also.
No, but he was walking around with it in general. Because remember, he like comes up to like help out that guy Fred, and then like the guy hits him over the head, but he still had the gas mask on. I'm like, what the fuck? Why was he just wearing it just like casually?
It's Hoboville, son. Anything flies in Hoboville, USA. Yeah.
I guess, man. I mean, you can eat raw chicken, but you can't just like breathe in the air, I guess. He's like, no, there's toxins in the air.
There's toxins in there. Fuck this salmonella. Poison it, you know what I'm saying?
All right, that's pretty much the plot. Fred does finally discover, like in the last like 10 minutes of the movie, that people are dying because of this viper shit. And so is the cops can't even put it together. They're like, oh, is a serial killer going on or what's happening? But like, they can't really put it together, you know?
Yeah, I got a quick question too. Is this what the fuck is the movie about? Is it about the viper shit? You know what I'm saying? Is it though? You know what I'm saying? Is it about them drinking the viper stuff and milling away? Or is it just, you know what I'm saying, the day in the lives in Hoboville? What do you think? That's my question.
I think it is some kind of like undertone of like social, like, you know, Hoboville, like a day in the life of, but also like they try to throw this like little dramatic cop spin on it about like investigating these wild murders that people bro, when they bring in that first body that's melted, they don't even seem like affected by it. Like this is something you've never seen before. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, they're smiling, eating salad and shit. Yeah,
I thought of you too because remember you told me that the coroner's always fucking eating over the body, and that's what this guy would do too.
Yeah, like look, just eating his fucking salad, his chicken salad, or whatever. Oh yeah, it's like a fucking purple fucking skeleton right here, bro. You're supposed to be wilding out. Shit growing out of it like the last stuff. It's like, you know, I was like, oh, no problem. Like, why are people always so calm in these fucking when the corpses are there? Even the Valentine movies, just all fine with it. Put the sandwich on their chest. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a trope, but it's super funny.
Yeah. I'm down with it.
But yeah, I definitely remember you said that a couple of times, and I'm like, yeah, they always are fucking eating on the bodies. It's weird.
Eating on the bodies.
Yeah, but so yeah, these guys don't know anything about it. They just want to get to the one of the other cops mentions, oh yeah, Bronson. So he's like, yeah, Bronson. All right, I'm gonna go investigate this guy. So he starts, basically using people like as a stool pigeon and shit like that. And he just starts. Then there's a side story with one of the girls goes missing from this mob boss guy. There's a lot of little shit going on that all leads to the homeless guys. They all lead to the homeless guys.
You gotta get into that too, I hope.
Yeah.
With the missing mob girl that was going to hook up with one of the brothers, right?
Bro, that was fucking crazy. So that's part of the plot, but okay, so that's part of the plot. I mean, basically,
we'll get to it when you're ready.
I mean, why do we get to it now? I mean, fuck.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, like so. This woman's basically blackout drunk, throwing up in the alley, and she doesn't even know that the homeless guy Fred that walks up to her is not the guy that she's went there with, right? Who's the guy you sent me the picture of? I already forgot his name. He's like a super has a super thick accent, Jersey accent or whatever. But he was in Goodfellas. You guys remember? Fucking Pesci busts a bottle over his head for asking him to pay the bill or some shit. But so his girl goes missing. They end up taking the girl to Hoboville, and she's so blackout drunk. And then, he's about to have sex with her. Fred's about to have sex with her. And all the hobos gather around. Like, they could probably just smell it. Like, smell a woman.
Smell the sex in the air.
Bro, was it me, or they were all jerking off watching? They were definitely jerking off.
So, yeah, they were jerking off. They said they start falling out of the cars like, you know what I'm saying, like cats. So, the musical, like they almost was doing like this, going to the sex, you know what I'm saying? And then they looking through the little hole of the cars, and they're like,
yeah, they're all peeking through, just being perverts and shit.
Licking and shit. It's like really bad, acting and shit. Like, what the fuck? And I guess he's having sex with a real. I mean, she gets pretty naked. You can see. I think
he was in the beginning, because he's kind of like thrusting on top of her and stuff. And then she gets fully naked, and then I think that's when she finally realizes like what the fuck is going on, because some arms start grabbing her like it's like a zombie attack, right?
Yeah.
And
take her away.
Yeah, they pull her away, and I could only assume, because they do cut the scene. Thank God. They end the scene. I'm pretty sure they gang raped her, bro.
Yeah, bro, she was dead. Remember shit like the next scene later with the other guy and shit. And then he still did his thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it was like 25 people that got with this girl and shit. That, like, because they were so riled up in Hoboville. At that point, like okay, 90% of the people in Hoboville ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, y'all just, you know what I'm saying? That's the picture y'all painted. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hopefully my man in the grocery store sitting with chicken didn't have nothing to do with that, because I kind of liked him.
I mean, but they did push that boundary. They did push that boundary of showing all that, because a modern movie would not show that. But
no.
It makes you really have hatred for these characters. Like, oh man, they ain't shit. But at the same time, we didn't get to know the woman, so it's like, not that you don't feel bad, obviously, for a bad situation, but you think like, oh shit, like they are like like a pack of zombies. Pack of wolves,
Yep.
Yeah,
pack of wolves, zombies.
And that's how they portray most of them, because the brother ain't like that. Fred is kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of like hot or cold. Like sometimes he'll be kind of cool, and the other days he'll be like, he kicked his brother right the fuck out. He's like, get the fuck out of here, when he was trying to fuck.
Oh yeah,
get out of here.
That's right.
He just takes his blanket or whatever and just walks away. But I thought that was interesting. But
yeah, that was a wild scene, bro. I'm glad they cut it, but like, damn, this shows. Yeah, like they ain't shit. These homeless, I mean, these hobo in Hoboville, and you know what I'm saying, this particular section ain't shit, bro. I can't believe they did that, but
and then yeah, and then the heavy guy again, Frank Schneider, like you said, he finds the body and she's dead because she's white as fuck, like she's pale as fuck, so she's dead. The cops are looking for her, her boyfriend's looking for her, whoever he was, pimp or whatever, I don't know, but yeah, he sees the body like with ass up, and he's like over there like and I'm like, oh bro, and they start playing this goofy ass music like da-doom, 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 and I'm like, okay, we know what's gonna happen. Right, and then we get Bronson. He confronts Fred I don't know what he even confronts him about. He just like threw him against the wall and starts like saying, "Where's my money?" or something, or something about his money. Did you notice that?
To the one big dude, right?
No, Bronson was checked that guy with the beard, the guy that was fucking the girl.
Oh yeah. His money.
Yeah,
Bronson wanted his money at the beginning of the movie. Remember, he owed him some money.
Oh, that was Bronson's. I didn't even know that was Bronson's money.
Yeah, I guess it was Bronson's money because he come off as his Game of Thrones hobo, Game of Thrones shit is like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, I got your money. Remember, that's when the kind of beef with them kind of started, I think. And I was thinking about that too. Like, okay.
Because I already forgot about that shit in the opening
we
scene.
forgot about it's so much shit going on in this movie, stealing the chicken, people drinking the liquor, and melting down the toilet, dicks flying in the air. And we totally forgot that he owed him money because there's so many characters in this movie. Like, okay, there's another hobo, this hobo, then there's a gang of hobos. Yep. Then there's a couple of hobos you're supposed to be paying attention to. Then there's Broxton. Then it's the fat piece of shit slop, and then all type of shit going on at the same time. So it's hard to keep up.
And we didn't even get to these kills yet, which I'm gonna go over next. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of going over what's happening in this plot. But yeah, Bronson checks him. So Bronson's about to get stabbed with this bone knife or whatever, and then this guy starts pissing on Bronson's face. And then Bronson grabs the guy's dick, cuts it off, and this is the wildest fucking scene I've ever seen in my life. They start playing football catch with his dick, and this is where I'm like, this is trauma. This is just so fucking trauma.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Fucking.
And it's
the wildest thing I ever seen. Yeah.
The guy gets his dick cut off and doesn't even react. He's like, huh? Like doing all these goofy ass faces, and then like 10 seconds later he finally screams and like runs out to go get it, and they're over there chucking it back and forth. I'm like, yo, what is happening?
These homeless in Hoboville are assholes, bro. Yeah, because they're just like, they literally punk kicking his dick to each other homeless person. The other person, they obviously know what it is, but it's been a minute. They grab it like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dick. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Catching it. The girl catches the dick like, whoa. She tries to keep it under her little fucking baby doll and shit. She rubs it. There, Bronson sees it like,
She chucks it,
like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, chucks it and shit. What a crazy scene. What
it was the wildest shit.
Motherfucking scene. Bro, I used to put that on my gross out tape. That scene, but I used to put like all my videotapes together, and I always used to put that street trash scene of shit with them throwing a dick around because nobody ever seen those shit like that.
And then he finally gets the dick, and then he jumps on the back of a school bus to like go to the hospital, I guess.
Oh.
And the kids are just like screaming. I'm like, yo, what?
Not today. You couldn't do it today.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo, I don't think they're sewing that back on like John Bobbitt, man. No way.
They're like, put it on ice. Like, well, give it to him. Stop throwing it around to you. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with this man's dick.
Yeah, what are they on, man? They're on that Viper.
That was the wildest scene of the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's remembered by, I think, really. That scene, you know what I'm saying? In particular, that fucking trauma scene with them throwing the dick around, you know what I'm saying? And doing whatever with it. Whoever thought of that is out of their mind and a genius at the same time.
Yeah, it's good to mention that this movie is also unrated, by the way. So they show dicks, they show balls, they show pussy, hair, they show everything, bro, in this movie.
Oh, yeah, this 1970s Bush in this one, bro. Be prepared.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this movie ends off with pretty much this fight. Finally, we get our cop, Bill the cop. He finds out where Bronson's at. He just goes toe-to-toe with him. And yo, they're both pretty big dudes. Like, they look like it's a good matchup because Bronson's pretty solid. Like, it looks like he's pretty solid. You know who he reminded me of? Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Doesn't his face kind of look like Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah. Like a strong ass Zach Galifianakis and shit.
Yeah, that has been in Vietnam and shit.
Yeah, they've been to Vietnam. That's perfect. He did look just like him. I was trying to picture, like, who does he really look like? I was like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but he looks like somebody.
Oh, that too, yeah.
But no, I think you nailed it with Zach Galifianakis.
So they get into it. Yeah, they get into it. I don't really 100% remember does he ends up killing the cop, but how does he kill him though? He stabs him, I think, or something. I know he stabs him in the back. I know he stabbed him in the back with that one knife, but
the cop did, yeah.
Does he just? I think he just chokes him out.
Yeah, I think he chokes the cop out, right?
Yeah. Okay.
His eyes rolling back out of his head and shit. Yeah.
He ends up choking him out. He chases down Freddy. Finds out Freddy is kind of the reasoning why the cops are there and stuff like that. And he doesn't know about the Viper yet. Not really yet. We'll go over these deaths too. I'm just kind of glossing over the plot really quick, but he goes after Freddy. They have a crazy like chase scene like in a warehouse or whatever. Bronson picks up Freddy over his head, and the brother puts like, what are they, like a CO2 tank or something on its side, like you always see in those fucking like face-off movies and shit. Bad Boys, they always do this shit, and they always hit it, pops it open, the air just shoots it. The practical effect when this shit hits Bronson is incredible. Dude. The timing was perfect.
Yeah, it was incredible, and the editing was good too. Yep.
Yeah, because when it hits him, it goes through him, and you could still see the projectile like flying behind, and then you see the head. Like the angle was like great on this shit.
Yeah. And it took all of his head off and most of his chest. And
it was mainly like the whole
chunky.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was great.
It's a great special effect there. Like you say, that shot was signed perfectly. That had to be done practical. You can't comp that shit in back then in '87.
No.
So you had to get I'm pretty sure that was a one-shot take.
It had to have been, because I don't even know how they would do that projectile, because like I said, when it shows a chunk like just missing, you could see it in the background flying. Rewatch that shit. You're like, many things had to be timed. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's pretty much it. Wendy, the younger brother, Fred, they all survive. The cop did not make it, I don't think. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. I mean, we get to see. They're like, oh, is that it for the I was almost the stuff? Is that it for Viper? The drink? Nope, because I guess the doorman had it in his pocket or something. And then as they're checking him, the guy that wants him dead, he drinks it. He's like, hey, cheers to you. We're gonna fuck you up real bad. Yeah, we're gonna fuck you up real bad. And he drinks it, and then he starts melting, and they're all making fun of him as he's melting, basically. And that's the end. Street trash.
Yep, street trash. Yep, you don't get to see him melt, but it was all right. We got plenty of melting.
It was off screen. I feel like that scene was like added in right at the end. Like they're like, hey, we gotta lead this off for a sequel or something. So they just added that in, and they had no budget for more practical effects, but you could hear all the sound effects like bubbling and shit, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Let's go over some of these kills really quick, because there is a lot. Because I wanted to kind of rate them with you, because I know you're really in love with the practical effects like me too. So this one we had talked about in the beginning. This guy got his skull bashed through the windshield by Bronson. That was on screen. What'd you think about that one? Where he just gets thrown in?
Oh yeah, the one with the weird cut, right? So what we gonna do, 1 through 5 or whatever?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I will rate this one a 2.5. Because of the weird cut, but I did like seeing his face through the window and him bleeding out with the squirts and stuff, like pss, pss, pss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty good when we got the cut back actually to the guy. So I thought that was good special effect with the blood splatter. And I was like, okay, we're in for this type of movie. You know what I'm saying? When you get this, like, okay, they're gonna turn the practical up. So I was, excited what I was gonna see next. Yep.
Yeah, that was kind of like a little dose of it. Yeah, I agree. I'll give it a 2.5 as well. Now Paulie is the first hobo to get melted. He's the one that actually steals the Viper liquor from Fred when he's not looking. And he just, by the way, what is this location, bro? It looks like these like buildings have been knocked down. Where the fuck is this location? This is really Hoboville, USA.
Yeah, downtown Detroit.
They're just demolished buildings, basically. And there's like a bathroom. He walks in, like the door frame is still there. Like he walks in, and there's a toilet he just sits down on. and it leads to the cover, the poster of this movie. You know, and he drinks. It just takes. I love also how they kept the continuity of just nobody really like chugs Viper for a long time. They only take one big swig, and then they're like, wah, wah, like they feel it right away. Yeah, they feel it right away. So Paulie gets melted, and his legs are the first thing to get just like melted off, and that's how he falls in the toilet. I forgot about that. He falls in the toilet backwards, and then that's when he starts melting into the toilet. Which leads to that face like coming out of the toilet. Now I don't know about you, but that's a 5 out of 5 for me. Yo,
I gotta agree. Yeah, I gotta agree with the 5 out of 5 because it was so fucking. At that time, I remember watching it. I've never seen nothing like that before because of the colors and stuff too, like the nasty yellows and blues. Like when he took the drink, his shit was automatically greenish blue or some shit, and then it just all started melting out. And the way they cut it, you know what I'm saying, his legs coming off with the goo coming out and shit too, you know what I'm saying, with the arm trying to pull itself out while he's melting into the toilet and his arms come off, and like you get the fucking like weird ghoulies basket case thing at the end, like blah, 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 coming out the toilet. That was fucking super gross out humor for fucking 87. So that I mean, all right, now we really getting into the grittiness of it. It's a fucking 5 out of 5 for a fucking kill for any horror movie. It's great. Yeah. And I'm really impressed for this to be a B movie that the special effects had no business being this goddamn good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got 5 out of 5.
Let me look that up before we while we talk about the next one. So the next one, I don't think this guy has a name. He's just unnamed. But didn't this guy seem like a guy that you would possibly run into, or a cabbie or someone? This is the guy who was with the cat, the one that was melting up in the. Oh, yeah. He was talking to the store owner. It was so funny because he tells the guy, I think he goes, go get a fucking job. He tells the store owner, go get a job.
Yeah. Like, ain't you homeless?
Yeah. What are you talking? He goes, my life. He goes, I gambled my life and I lost everything. And this guy just like, you don't say.
I got buried in his suit. Like, I got buried in long ass. He gives a long ass dialogue for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You don't give a fuck? It was long too. Like, why is the scene so long? I was like, damn, okay.
I felt like I feel like I could meet somebody like this in real life though in a city. Like there always is a city that has someone like this. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
But what did you think about his melting scene?
I don't remember a whole lot about his melting scene. I remember. Let me say, I like of him melting.
Yeah.
I remember more of the other guy who caught the yellow shit in his face. You know what I'm saying? Coming down from the grate.
So they didn't show it except for it was kind of like a partial. It was like so they show the cat because he's like, come here, kitty, and then he starts drinking, and that's when he's like, oh, like that, and then the cat's like, they just keep cutting back to the cat, but it just shows him moving around, but like it starts coming out of his leg, like down his pants, and that's when you see all the yellow goo. But so what'd you think of that kill right there? Because that is a partial, off-screen kill.
Yeah, it's a partial kill. Yeah, are we talking about the partial kill and the guy, or just his kill?
No, just the partial guy.
Oh, just a partial guy?
The homeless guy. The homeless.
I'm still about it like I'm still I'm about a 2.8 to a 3 on that because I didn't see a whole lot on that one. I don't remember. So
the chunks weren't doing it for you?
The chunks did it for me. I thought the chunks were disgusting and shit. That really did it for it. So I would bring it up to a 3 for the yellow chunks, because that was just, I don't know what that is. It just looks nasty. And then when it fell in that dude's face, you know what I'm saying? That's when it elevated the that kill for me, because it kind of spawned the kill off of that other kill with the yellow shit in the guy's face. And yeah, I'm about a 3 with it. That's what I'll stand.
All right, so let's talk about the face melter scene with that guy. Mm-hmm. The guy got partially face melted by the other bum who melted on him.
Yeah. He got affected by the yellow, the yuck shit. That one was all right. I was more grossed out when he got his shit in his face and everybody was around him. So I'm gonna go about a 3 with that one too. You know what I'm saying? It was all right, nothing over the top, but it was like weird because he got that shit in his face, and they did some practical effects to his face to kind of make him look fucked up. So yeah, I would go with a solid 3 on that one. It was cool.
I like the makeup work on that one. Now let's see. Let's see. It says Duran's girlfriend. They included her in here. It says gangbanged and mortally wounded, but I mean,
oh shit,
they don't really they don't show much. Let's see. So we have. It says unnamed hitman beaten to death by the killer was Bill. Oh, they're going over literally everybody. Let's see.
No.
All right, how about the fat bum? The stomach exploding.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. I'm about 4.5 with that one because that was the meat in slow motion, like with the legs flipping in the air and the splatter on the wall with that blue wall. I like that. I mean, that somebody put some work into that explosion to make it really pop like that. 4.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all this on screen, by the way. So if you guys got to check out the YouTube, please. I'm rewatching all these kills right now. Someone did a kill compilation, and this is when Fred was like, he's about to take a swig of the Viper too. And then he hears this guy like going like crazy in the corner. He turns into like that blueberry from Willy Wonka.
Actually, for sure.
Yeah, but he had a cool death too. By the way, he's the first one when they throw the penis, he grabs it and he's like, oh, and he runs away with it. He's the first one. I'm like, yo, I think he's a little bit slow, bro.
Yeah, he's on the spectrum. Like, I'm surprised everybody don't know what to do with the penis. Like, ooh.
All this weird ass ADR and shit.
I love it.
Yeah. So Fred finally figures out it's the Viper. He runs back to the store owner, and right as he's about to run up and tell him like, "Hey, don't sell this or don't drink it or whatever," the guy had already took a swig. He's probably like, "Why does everybody like this stuff?" So he takes a swig and then he walks out into the street and starts melting like as he's walking out. I thought that shit was super cool, man. Oh, I didn't give a rating on that guy blowing up. By the way, that's a 4 point. That's a 4 out of 5 for sure.
4 out of 5, yeah, nice.
4 out of 5.
Nice, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now this one, I give a 4 out of 5 too because it went on for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
that the
spurting
one
out
that was
too.
on the wall?
No. This is the guy that was in the store owner. Remember he came out, he had the white t-shirt, and then Fred was like, whoa, and then he's like don't squirt on me or whatever like that, and then it's like oozing out from everywhere. It's like shooting out of his neck. It was mainly coming out of his neck, and then I think his eyes or something. Yeah,
it was nasty. It was real nasty. That was a nasty motherfucker right there. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then he jumps in the guy's car, and the guy's like, "Hey, get the fuck off my car."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mainly his face was melting off. Yeah, that was crazy. But I give that one a 4. Yeah,
I agree. I'll go with a 4 on you. It was mad gross too. Like, all the colors shooting off. That what makes these effects unique too. Like, who would come up with this nasty toxic waste type? Because in '87, you know what I'm saying, toxic waste was kind of huge, and you know that type of thing, and mutagens. And so like, it's just nasty and gross and bubbly and It's good. Definitely can't eat watching this movie. I wouldn't.
Oh, hell no. I mean, I probably could, but if you have a weak stomach, I would say not. Yeah. I think it's just, it is gross out, but at the same time, it's like a lot of neon colors, so it's not like really blood cut. Like there's blood in there, but it's not pure blood. Like you're seeing a bunch of just obscure colors that you wouldn't see come out of a body. You know?
Yeah. I like to call it Skittles gore.
That's funny. They got to make more Taste the Rainbow. They got to do more body melting horror movies like this. I don't know. I mean, I know Cronenberg does a shit ton of body modification movies, but this is like different than that, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like melting away, nasty, just bubbly. I think it works even more too because it's like homeless people too. Like, you know, like. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all dirty and nasty, and the toxic waste is just gross.
Like you remember Planet Terror, the Quentin Tarantino Grindhouse film?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was 2007, and that whole I'm sorry, not Planet Terror. It was Planet Terror. That was Robert Rodriguez. He did that one. That one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Death Proof, but Yeah, Rodriguez did Planet Terror, where their whole thing was that these guys were wearing a mask because I guess they got exposed to something. So when they took the mask off, they started melting. Remember that shit? Mm-hmm. That's the only other movie, since I've seen since maybe Street Trash to try to replicate effects like this.
You might be right. I can't.
Like as far as like melting, movie.
Bubbly skin and shit like that. Yeah.
But if you guys know more, like leave it in the comments below, please. You
could be right. That might be the last of the body horror that we had in a while. Unless I'm forgetting something, but no.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Good call.
Yeah, because Cronenberg I know is a lot different. At least from what I've seen. I haven't seen everything. But I know his stuff is pretty nasty too. So we got Wizzy, who's I think it might be the best death. He's the one that he was like not right hand man, but he was definitely like right there with Bronson all the time, and he's the one that just got like he started like grabbing his chest and like his chest was like falling apart, and he gets like stuck on the side of the wall and stuff like that, and just starts melting on the wall. Like it's gross as fuck. Gross. They show his whole skeletal structure and everything.
Yep,
it was very detailed. I give that a 5 out of 5.
His head gets stuck on the wall and it kind of comes apart like this, like it's just a blob. But you know what I'm saying? It's like real messy, but you can really tell what's going on with those effects. You know what I'm saying? You can tell.
Like it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it looks like it hurts. It's like it's fucking nasty, and it looks like it hurts. It looks like it's so shitty. Yeah, that's a 5 out of 5 for sure. Yep, I agree.
And then we get to see Bronson's girlfriend. By the way, all of her dialogue seems so ADR. Like it seemed like like I mean, I'm sure all of it was, but you could just tell with her mouth. She's going, "You bastard!" Like the way her mouth is like. It was who talks like that? Like nobody moves their mouth like that. Like she was being extra expressive, but
well, fuck me. She had no teeth. Yeah.
Oh god, and she ended up taking the liquor from him. And she's like, "You always save the good stuff for you." Whatever. She takes a swig, and same thing. She opens up her shirt. Her chest starts it starts coming out of her breast, and she starts like that. Shit looked nasty to me. I was like, bro. And Bronson has the best response to this because it was like the most realistic response. I think he calls her Winnie. He goes, "Winnie, what the fuck is happening?" He says, "What the fuck is happening?" And when he said that, I was like, that's exactly what I would say. What is happening?
Yeah. Oh my god.
He seemed like he was really just like he didn't know if this was real or another Vietnam flashback.
Vietnam fucking PSD shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So she ends up just melting, but somehow she ended up on the car. Did you see that? Like she exploded and went on landed on some car, and she started like melting into the car, like the top of the car. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? But it led to some good green and yellow ooze and stuff like that. But fucking great, man.
Yeah, it's still another great one. That's probably another 4. To be honest with you, they just started really ramping it up in that third act with all the Viper shit. Because I was like. Because I was like in the middle of the movie, like, y'all gonna get back to this Viper shit, or we just, day in the life in Hoboville? But they ramped it up in the third act. You know what I'm saying?
And then we get I forgot to mention the Bill got strangled by I mentioned that he got strangled by Bronson, and then Bronson also kills some guy that works in I think that factory that they're in. He just stabs him in the neck. Guy. He just stabbed one guy in the neck, which was a pretty cool kill, and we don't got to rate that. But the last one, decapitated by flying air tank, man. What do you rank that?
5.
That's a 5, bro.
It's another one like I don't even know how they did that. You know what I'm saying? We look at these aliens. Well, how the fuck did they do that? How do they have the tank flying in the air? You know what I'm saying? This body and by the way, the special effects of this torso was insane with the head. The animatronic head was still impressive. It looked just like him. You know what I'm saying? Because like when the Asian girl runs over his face and he looks under her dress and he kind of smiles, so like, oh, this little nasty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it just chunks of flesh like slow motion.
Oh yeah,
it's a magnificent shot, bro.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Spielberg would be hard pressed to pull that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 5 out of 5 for sure. That's what
that
you
one.
know what I'm saying. That's what shots like these in this film, which holds up the legacy for Street Trash, because it had no business being this good with the effects. Nobody expected this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when it come out like that, like holy shit. It almost like what Terrifier is today. You know how they pushed the envelope with Terrifier or Terrifier 2, but they did it back then. You know what I'm saying? They did it back then, and they did it. You know what I'm saying? And they did it great. You know what I'm saying? I would say this is even almost on another level than Terrifier, and Terrifier got some fucked up shit in it, especially Terrifier 2. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. So let me ask you, since we talked about this movie, what do you think the budget for this movie was? Because I know you were saying that it's hard to believe that they did this with what we can expect of what they received. And I gotta say, I think they received more than what we're probably thinking for this movie to make this movie.
I'm gonna say $1.5 million to make this movie. I might be way off though.
So it's a little bit, it's a bit lower. It's 500,000.
Oh. Wow.
But for an indie film, it's still, even in the mid 80s, that's still a good amount. But I got to look at like who was all attached to this, because there are no names in there for the most part. Like I got to see a behind the scenes or something, because I think there is some behind the scenes footage out there. But it says with an estimated budget of 500,000 inside the darkly comedic, gory like horror film is quite a team of SFX artists as well. There was extraordinary special makeup artist Jennifer Aspinall, who did The Toxic Avenger in 84, and she also did Spookies in 1986. Did you ever see that one?
Once maybe. I don't remember it a lot though. Yeah, okay. I do remember hearing of that one.
And then also the guy I'd mentioned who plays Fred, it's Mike Lackey. He was in this movie, and then also a movie called I Was a Teenage Zombie, which also came out the same year, and he also did the special effects for. So
I think I remember I'm a Teenage Zombie. That was pretty good special effects in that one. Wow, 500. I mean, shoot, that budget goes to the effects mainly. You know, you know, a lot of that.
Oh, here's a good little bit of information. So considered to be now part of the subgenre of horror called melt movies. Okay, so there is a subgenre of horror movie called melt movies, which include Larry Cohen's 1985 classic, The Stuff, as well as Greg Lamberson's 1988 Slime City. We got to fucking watch that.
Ooh, I never seen that.
I never even heard of that. Street Trash is depraved fun from start to finish. Yeah. So Slime City, bro. We have to put that, and I'm sure this has been
a lot of Slime City. What body horror we're talking about, or melting movies? I guess that's another thing.
I think it's called they're called body melters. Okay, so yeah, it looks kind of like, it looks exactly like what I would expect. So yeah, we'll have to definitely check this one out soon. I don't know anybody that's part of it though. Let me see.
Like, will the Blob be considered body melting movies? I guess it kind of eats people, and
it does. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily in that genre. Yeah, I'm looking at other movies like this, but there is an actual movie called Body Melt. That's interesting.
The Incredible Melting Man. That was an old one, but it was not.
I think you know what? I think I have that. I think one of these guys sent me that.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Believe it or not, I think one of these guys sent me that movie. Yeah, here we go.
It's not as elaborate as like a Street Trash, but like they did. Yeah, that's a good one they made back in the day. I remember watching that as a kid. Like, this is fucking gross.
Yeah, I remember. Even in the back, the pictures, it looks like it kind of looks like in Hellraiser, Hellbound, like or like the with the flesh. I mean, when they're like, it's just like their muscle,
with the muscles,
blood.
Yeah.
Looks like that. But all right, that's Street Trash, my friend. And let's talk about the reception real quick before we wrap it up. So Street Trash received little critical attention upon its initial release. The film holds a 67 rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which I think is pretty good, man. I mean, compared to...
I didn't expect that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Some of the shit that we've seen.
Because the movie's not great. You know what I'm saying? Like as an overall, like as a plot goes like that. But like I would see critics being real critical about this movie. But like, hey, they dig it.
Yeah, it's memorable, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, the film has since gained a cult following among horror fans on the internet, owing it in part to the minor character role of an obnoxious kid being played by infamous contestant Ian Bernardo from reality TV show So You Think You Can Dance and American Idol. What? Who the fuck was that?
I don't know. I'm lost now.
Let me see what this... What? I'm really confused. I'm looking at this kid and he was in this movie? Where? Oh, let me see.
There's a kid in this movie? A child?
It says the kid. So he was an obnoxious kid. Do you remember who the obnoxious kid was?
I can't remember. I don't remember seeing I guess the child's on the school bus, but like
I can't even I can't even find a picture of it, bro. Okay. But he ended up going on to reality shows, both of which he lost due to rude and bizarre behavior, making him an iconic meme on YouTube. Okay.
Street trash did it to him.
I guess
you grew up to be just like those hobos.
Yeah.
you grew up to be just like those asshole hobos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how you turned out, you know?
Chuck Bowen of Slant Magazine said, "Street trash is a cult item that almost earnestly eager to offend, which is admittedly an odd thing to say about a film that features a prolonged scene in which a group of bums play hot potato with a man's penis."
Yes.
I mean, that's it in a nutshell, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's super entertaining.
That's so funny, man. That's true. I mean, not a lot of people talked about it, it seems like.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about street trash. I mean, a lot of horror people do, you know what I'm saying? Like, people who watch this show kind of probably know about street trash or be introduced to street trash and want to go check it out. So that's what's dope.
And it's on Tubi because it did get a couple releases, guys. I was looking to buy it on Blu-ray because I did see it on Tubi. It is still going for a lot, but so it's a film. How much? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's probably like over the $40, $40.
Oh, okay.
It says in 2005, Synapse Films marketed, and this is by Synapse, by the way, marketed an all-new digitally remastered version of the film, which included the DVD sticker-type labels of the Viper wine featured in the film. In 2006, a second release of Synapse Films was announced featuring the documentary Meltdown Memoirs. I wonder if we can find that on YouTube because I want to fucking watch that.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Yeah, I want to watch that too.
You know how people rip shit and put it online.
Oh, yeah. We find it. Yeah,
Melted.
You probably look for it right now. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
You gotta see.
Interesting. Well, there's some things that pop up. I just don't want to click on them right now, but yeah, we'll check it out. But and there it is, man. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I want to add it to my collection, and I think they should make more movies like this. I mean, it is a subgenre, but can you only have a subgenre with like 2 or 3 movies? I don't think so. You gotta have more.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, more. Yeah, absolutely. So, what's your score? You think on Street Trash?
For Street Trash, I'm gonna say, damn.
It's a weird one to score, ain't it?
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I'm going to say 4 out of 5 because I could keep watching this over and over and over again. But like you said, there is some slow parts, but they're not dull moments. Like they're all interesting or just like funny, or they just remind me of Trauma because Trauma has a lot of cutaway scenes that are filler scenes that don't make any fucking sense, but they're funny.
Yeah.
Because of how weird they are. And that's why I love Trauma. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. And to me, it's still like an anomaly, like that nobody, like 80% of this cast didn't go on to do anything else after that. So I'm thinking that they didn't pay any of these fucking actors. They probably just asked them like to join on. Yeah. I'm thinking, I mean, unless it was like some of the guys that were already doing movies.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. I got to piggyback off of that 4 out of 5. I mean, for real, like it's just some stuff just so memorable in this film that you'll never like. I watched this as a child, and it always stuck. Like when they were playing with the dick, bouncing around thing. I never forgot that ever in life or any movie scene. You know what I'm saying? I can go back to some classics and I won't remember, but I always remember them playing hot potato with that penis. You know what I'm saying? I always remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? In the toilet scene, it just something with street trash just stuck with me. And as I watch it now, you know what I'm saying? As I watch film and we, you know, like we get more a little prestigious about it. And I'm like, oh, well, they could have did this and that. But like, it's another one of those, like when we dip into our 80s, it's like we're fucking enjoying ourselves watching this stupid, silly shit sometimes. Some of the characters are way over the top, you know, the hobo scene and like some of the dialogue will not fly today. But like we really enjoy watching these type of trauma films, you know what I'm saying? And it's still entertaining. It still holds up to this day with these effects. And you got to tip your hat off to these special effects that had no business being that good. So that's why I'm giving Street Trash a strong 4 out of 5 as well.
Well, this might push it over the top because I just found a deleted scene. Deleted scene of the hobos dancing, bro. Of the fucking hobos dancing. So this is about to bring it up to a 5 right here, man.
Uh-oh.
We got Winnie.
Well, Winnie, look at her. She look crazy, bro. What the fuck she got on? Oh, dude. Word.
I think they're all having a good time. Other than Bert.
With the chicken.
I think they're all having a good time after that gang rape. God, no.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I think that's the guy that gets his dick cut off.
Yeah. He got no dick. Yeah, it's true. This man has no dick.
Isn't that wild, bro?
Oh, Winnie's high as shit. She looked like he smoked a whole fucking ounce crack.
Yeah, there's music playing, but it's just like crazy music.
He looked like Bobby McFerrin. You dude like, don't worry, be happy looking ass motherfucker. Yeah, he's jigging. About to go make his chicken. He about to get his chicken.
I think that's him right there at the beginning. Yeah.
He still look hobo-ish. Yeah.
Oh man, that is hilarious, dude.
Street trash.
That's street trash, man. So you got any idea what you want to do next? After street trash?
I don't know. Where do we go from here? Do we go more modern or back in the day?
So we are planning a themed episode. I forgot to talk about it with you. With Triborough Gigolo from New York.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him because I wanted to highlight some black actors in horror movies specifically. And let's put together a top 5 list of our favorite black actors in movie. It doesn't matter what their role is in the movie. Just as long as it's like to you, it made the list for whatever reason. We'll talk about it, but it has to be horror specific because obviously, this is Why Won't You Die, a horror podcast. But I'm really gonna go through my arsenal, and because top 5, man, top 5 is gonna be fucking tough for me.
Yeah. I'm thinking
ones,
like now.
You got the old ones. So
I'm going all out. Yeah, I'm going throughout the whole spectrum and picking my top 5. I got a couple in my mind right now. Like, yeah. I'm saving for the show.
So hopefully we don't. Yeah, I don't want us to share each other's list, but hopefully we don't might have the same. Might have the same people. I mean, it's bound to happen. We have some iconic ones, but that's what I think we all want to talk about. I want to bring him on the next episode, and he's been wanting to have us on his podcast as well. I know he does like a hip hop podcast too, so this will be a good way to kind of bring him in first, and then
this would be dope. I'm loving this idea. I'm loving this idea. This is dope. Yeah. Top 5 black horror movie actors. It could be actresses too. It don't have to be male, right?
No. Male or female. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This would be dope. Yeah.
Let's do it. Excited. Let's do it. And then we'll talk about it. I'll have like we'll talk about it. It's gonna be cool. And I want to do more themed episodes too. I think that'll be fun to kind of shimmy in there with like top 5 or like even like a ranking list would be kind of fun to do. Or if you guys are watching on YouTube, please leave some comments below if you guys have any ideas for some good list or themed episodes once again. And Q, Street Trash, 1987, man.
Street Trash. So happy I got to talk. I've been waiting all my life, I think, to talk about Street Trash. I never got to talk about it. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Rolling with this episode. It was a great episode. I had a lot of fun watching it again and talking with you. So thank you, my friend.
Of course, my friend. Of course. That being said, you guys take care. Hit that big thumbs up if you guys can. If you guys listening on your podcast device, please hit us with a 5-star review. Leave some positive comments or something that we could work on. Let us know too. Any criticism is definitely appreciated. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. We're gone. Peace.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Why won't you die? No!
Game over.